his tools. Check the air and all those duels. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Well, he's got a long hard ride in that pre-war silver sides. Get that bus grease monkey on the road. Well, he's got that hammer down in that 47 Hound. It's that bus grease monkey on the road.
So we're checking out this brake drum here. The max ID is 16.620. We have a really big heat check in it. You can stick a razor blade down into it. They're actually both that way. Just slightly concerned about it, so I think we'd like to get it turned and see if it goes away. The other one's worse, actually. Here's the other one. I don't even know if this is going to do it justice. Oops. If I give you something for scale here. Sorry for the quality of video here. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a pretty damn big crack, which I broke the tip of my blade off, but it gives you, it still goes in the length. Not comfortable. Okay, we got this all back together. No more noise. Give it a little push. Here's wheel number 2. So after we found those serious cracks in the front brakes, I was concerned about the rears. So we're back here trying to do an inspection on the rear brakes just to see how bad they are. Can't really see enough. Let's see if I can pull this drum off. Those are pretty excessive. I mean, a little bit of this kind of crazing over here, this is normal. But when you see that black cavernous. Those are deep. And there's a bunch of them. Wish I could find, like, this is pretty normal over here. Maybe a little excessive. But where they just, you just see the little cracks, but you don't really, there's nothing to them. No opening. Those are huge. You don't want them to fail when you need them. That's the problem.
Smart guy would have swept the floor.
Yeah. One.
Already too high?
Yep. Pull it through the gravel. Alright, put the phone down before I drop this onto it. Here's the tag axle brake. This is a lot more normal what we see. I don't think you can even really see here because it's a little dirty, but just that little bit of heat checking. Where they're not cavernous, they're not opened up. Just real fine little cracks. That's how they should look. So the tag axle drum and the drive axle drum are the same on here. The Bluebird part number is 1117340. It's even got the little Bluebird symbol on it there. And that's on both of them. Inspecting the hubs and changing the oil in them. This is the tag here, and you can see there's no sign of any kind of metal or anything in there. Looks really good. Somebody was very silicone happy when they put these together, though. I'm gonna see if I can get the correct gasket for it. And also, you can see they've used a chisel in there. But we'll go ahead and take it apart and inspect everything since we're this far into it. Using the axle cone pliers. That was not good. Take two hands. Somebody went silicone crazy again on this. Most of it. Got to have the right tools for the right job. I made the decision that we're going to go ahead and inspect these bearings as well. Mostly because I believe that the front failure was caused by installation, improper installation. And these, there's no way to, stick your finger in there and check them. And since we're already checking these brake drums because we thought they might be overheated since the front ones were too, which they are, We're gonna go ahead and replace these, but since I'm this far into it, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, inspect the bearings, and replace the wheel seal since we're that far into it. $25 wheel seal. Labor and everything's already built into this, so we might as well just replace it. It's not leaking. There's no sign of it leaking. But it's one of those things that's in your hand. You might as well just do it, and then it'll be good to go. So we'll see what we've got behind door number 1 here. And I see that the previous people that have worked on it have used the chisel method again. I don't understand how many times I see that. That's like the standard tool. Beat it up with the chisel. That's at least not finger loose with my right hand, but I'm left-handed. So hold on a second, let me get a rag in it. Okay, I'll try my strong hand. Okay, well, that's snug, which isn't necessarily a good sign. This is hard to do with one hand. With one oily hand. It's gonna take 2 hands to pull that out of there. Just on initial inspection, it looks really good. We'll clean it up and look at it, but there's no major pitting or deep chunks out of it. Look at the race real close. Okay, the Wanderlodge is coming along nicely. All these bearings look good. Races look good. Tag axle brake drum looks fine. Drive axle brake drum's pretty severely cracked as well. So we're gonna go ahead and replace those 2. Parts will be in Friday for those. Got all the hubs off on this side. Actually, I got that hub back on already, but these are off. We're just gonna replace the wheel seals since we've got them off. I had kind of a bad day yesterday. I didn't get a video posted. I woke up in the morning and like a spider had bit my lip or something. That's just a good guess. I woke up with a really big fat lip on one side of my face. I never felt anything, and unless I was snoring and Kelly punched me or something, but she said she didn't. So I took some Benadryl last night at lunch, and that made me tired, and I took a couple more Benadryl, which made the swelling go down about half by the time it was dinner time. I took 2 more Benadryl at dinner time, and I laid down at like 6:15. So I'm tired. I'm just gonna take a little nap, and then I woke up at like 7:30 this morning. So I slept like 12 hours. That's crazy. So I didn't get a video posted yesterday, but we're tearing into it, ordering parts. Everything's coming along. I wanted to be out of here by now, but just got to keep going. It wasn't worth not inspecting the others since we saw the issues up front. And the front braking is not nearly as effective as the rear braking on these buses. The airbag diaphragm, or the diaphragm that pushes the brake forward, is smaller, so there's less surface area. The brake shoes themselves are smaller. They're only 5 inches wide up front. So I was really concerned about how much heat was on that. I wasn't so worried about the tags, but I was definitely worried about the drives. we actually had to make a tool to get that brake drum off. It was really rusted on there. So he made up just a little tool there where we had a little piece of box tube with some threaded rod and a nut, and then we would hold it and expand it against the frame there at the top, and that would push the brake drum, and we'd spin it and push it and spin it and push it, and we got it off. It took us about an hour to get that one off. The tag brake drum just slid right off as soon as I loosened the slack adjuster. There is some unusual wear. I don't know if this is something from the factory or what, but there's some bluing going on here. It's had some heat to it at one point. Now, is that from the factory? I don't know. And then what's all this rough stuff? Unless they just use crappy ones for the tags, they don't worry about them being perfect or anything. I don't know. Here's our two brand new pretty brake drums for the fronts. And we got all the new wheel seals are in and the new gaskets. So we're not using Permatex like the previous people did. And that's gonna go for the stem coat as well as the axle seal. So we ordered these from Fleet Pride. There's a Fleet Pride here in Victoria. And they started out at $460 each. And then he came down on price to $345 each for these. So be careful when you're buying from places like that. Try to, hey, can you give us a discount? Is there any discount available? That kind of thing. The rear drums that we just ordered, he came down from, he was over 400 and he came down to 279 on the rears that we just ordered. So just think about that when you're, these places, when you're buying stuff, that they will, come down on the price for you. So again, this was from Fleet Pride, and I think that's a pretty good deal. There we go. We got the new drum on, looking good. So just in case, we took those brake drums to the local machine shop who said that they would turn them. We took them in, and then he saw the cracks in them that were more than just the kind of heat checking, and he said absolutely not, he would not turn those. He said there's no way that even if he did, that they're still going to be there, they're not going to be gone, they're so deep. So we did make the right decision in ordering the new drums for that. So it's just nice to have the confirmation that even with the Max ID, we weren't even going to be close. And he said there's no way, he wouldn't turn them anyways just because of it. So